Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 8 of an Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood Collections walkthrough. In the previous episode, we helped a romance writer to investigate these ruins over here and find out what had happened to this guy who had been murdered. And we ended up freeing him, freeing his ghost, and then he ended up sticking around and basically becoming the boyfriend of the girl who hired us. So that was good. She found true love, and we got paid and got some gear. As a matter of fact, did I put the gear on? Here it is. Sign of Geovest breastplate. What else do I have here? Rawhide Jack of Stamina. Don't necessarily need that. Got an Iron Girdle of Health. That's a little bit less armor. Still, this gives us more maximum health. That's good. Alright, I don't want to lose the stamina from those boots. We can wear this medium piece, but I don't want to do that. I'm just going to keep it how it is. Alright, so now we need to go warn Councilor Faleria after I kill this ghost here. We need to go warn Councilor Faleria. We've been going around all over Blackwood warning these counselors about the Dark Brotherhood. The Dark Brotherhood is trying to kill them. We don't really know why. But Councilor Faleria is the last counselor that we need to warn. So if I can just get to this sky shard, maybe I can teleport over here to Blue Blood Way Shrine, and that's close to our goal. Alright, I'm going to do the same trick as last time. I'm going to use this potion that gives me greater movement speed. Oh, I thought he killed my pet there for a minute. I was going to be really mad. This is Tidewater Cave. Often swallowed by the rising tides of Topol Bay, Tidewater Cave provides a popular haunt for Blackwood's many mud-covered beasts. Explorers who don't drown. Even when I talked fast, I still couldn't finish it. Here come some Death Hoppers. Alright, let's see what's over here. Campfire. Backpack. Alright, so not much. You always have to be suspicious when you see an area that it looks like there's nothing in there. Alright, there's something behind this board here. I can see Councilor Faleria over there, but I'm going to see if I can get any loot. Terror of the Death Hopper.
Mercenary. A few moments later, and you would have found an empty cave. Your timing really is impeccable. We've already packed up my records, and we're about to head out. But what news of the other councilors? Did your warnings reach them in time?
Councilors Sophus and Abor were murdered, just like Jirik. You need to go to Leyawiin Castle.
All three of them? That's disheartening news. Well, I'll take my records to Leyawiin. Perhaps between the two of us, Councilor Leviticus and I can ascertain what past incident has returned to haunt us.
What kind of records did you keep down here?
Oh, just a lifetime of public service and bureaucracy. Mostly financial records, but also meeting notes, ledgers, those sorts of things. I oversaw budgets and finances, the collection of taxes, public works, and I kept immaculate records.
We found Jirix's files, where you said Leviticus sent for a scribe to decipher the coded portions.
That's good to hear. Emperor Leyawiin loved to hide things in coded documents. But what about Councilor Vandacia? Do we know if he's still safe in Gideon?
I already warned Councilor Vandacia. He's on his way to Leyawiin.
Perfect. I look forward to conferring with the remaining members of the Elder Council. These brigadines will make sure I get to the city safely. Me and my records both. I'll see you in Leyawiin, mercenary.
Alright, I'll see you in Leyawiin. Alright, so that's good. She wasn't in any trouble. She's not dead like so many of the other ones. And she's headed back to Leyawiin. So we did our job. Now let's go back to Leyawiin and confer with everybody. Oh, I just gained a level. Weird. I wonder what gave me the experience. Must have been my pet attacking something. Maybe it killed something. Alright. Should I take a shield? Or a dagger? I could use a dagger, but I think I really want to get a new shield, because this shield is really low level. And then for our skill point, we'll get rebate. You restore 150 magicka or stamina when one of your non-ultimate Daedric summoning abilities end. The resource returned is dictated by the ability's cost. Wait a minute, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get Puncture. Thrust your weapon with disciplined precision at an enemy, dealing 2024 physical damage and taunting them to attack you for 15 seconds. Also inflicts major breach on the enemy, reducing their physical and spell resistance by 5,948 for 15 seconds. The reason I'm going to get this, I don't think I have a taunt. Yeah, I definitely don't see a taunt here, so I need to get a skill that I can use to taunt enemies in dungeons. So let me see. What can I put in here that will not interfere with my leveling? I tell you, this encase isn't really all that great right now, so I'm going to put puncture in here. And then we'll get rebate next time. Next time I get a skill point. So I'm level 9 now, just one more level, and we'll be able to start doing dungeons and battlegrounds. What is this? Got more quests over here. Crafting writs. Well, that's weird. I'm not certified. Why am I getting crafting writs? Ah, okay. Equipment crafting writs. You notice a prominent handbill on the requisition board. The crafters of Leyawiin bids you welcome. Masters of the craft await you in Leyawiin. New crafters shall be trained. Accomplished crafters will be certified, all at no cost to you. Read the fine print. Unskilled crafters will be certified after a brief training. Skilled crafters will be certified immediately. The master shall charge no fee for certification. Certification is mandatory to fulfill crafting writs. Interested parties should seek out Millenith for Blacksmith, Clothier, and Woodworker Certification. Speak with Daniel Tilano for Provisioner, Enchanter, and Alchemist Certification. Alright, so there should be another one. Consumables crafting writs. This is basically the same thing. Okay, well, I've already picked up both of them. So, this is how you get certified to be able to craft, to do crafting writs.
You must be here to learn the craft, yes? Your alliance covers my considerable fees, allowing me to impart my knowledge at no cost to you. If you prove yourself, I'll certify you as competent to fulfill crafting writs.
Yes, I saw a notice. How do the crafting writs work?
Crafting writs are daily requests for crafted goods. You must be a certified crafter to fulfill them. Prove you know what you're doing, and I'll certify you.
Alright, tell me what you can certify.
I'm authorized to train and certify provisioners, alchemists, and enchanters. If this interests you, we should begin immediately.
Alright, now you can do more dialogue options and he'll tell you more things. I've already gone over this in the other walkthroughs for the other expansions, so I'm just going to say I'm ready for certification.
Good. We should begin while things are busy for neither of us. There is much more I can teach you. What else do you hope to learn from me?
What can you tell me about provisioning certification?
A provisioner condenses the essence of ingredients into food or drink. A true artist balances palate with nutrition. I can share this noble profession, but I can only certify one craft at a time. Understood?
Alright, I want to be certified as a provisioner.
Provisioning is a rewarding yet grueling profession. Gruel, you see. I am capable of levity, on occasion. First, you'll need a recipe and some ingredients. Then you shall roast a pig.
You'll certify me if I roast a pig?
Yes, I hope you don't think it beneath you. As bards learn lyrics before singing them, provisioners must work from recipes. A recipe specifies volume, proportion, and preparation time. Understanding these principles is key.
Very well. Where should I find a recipe?
I keep an old rival's recipe nearby. Go, find and memorize it. Return to me when you have done so.
Right, I'm not going to ask him where else can I find recipes. Like I said, I went over all of these dialogue options in other walkthroughs. I'm going to try to do this one quickly. Recipe for roast pig. This increases max health by 6,603 for 35 minutes. It's just what we need. Oh, let me equip this prophet shield. Well, that shield is much smaller than the previous one. It'll have to do.
Roast pig is an easy recipe to learn, but difficult to master.
I had a successful hunt. What's my next step?
Now, the moment of truth. Go to a cooking pot with your ingredients and follow the recipe. Return to me with the results, so your worth as a cook may be judged.
Alright. Go to the cooking fire. Just hit R to roast the pig.
Bring me your culinary creation so I might inspect it. I'll determine whether or not you deserve certification.
Now, I already had the materials to finish this. If you're doing this on your first character, you'll have to actually go buy some pigs, like some raw pig from somebody or something like that. But I've already got the materials for all these, so I'm just going to run through this quickly. It's right here. Eat up.
Interesting scent. Do I detect a hint of Wamasu? No, that can't be right. Not how I do it, of course, but interesting enough to pass certification. You may now fulfill provisioning writs. Keep your pots warm and your ladle clean. Your command of the crafts is impressive.
Alright, so now we got roast pig. I'm going to go ahead and eat that. And we got a recipe for baked potato and red rye beer. Baked potato gives us max stamina. Red rye beer gives us health recovery.
Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet in totality. I am still capable of instructing you.
I'm interested in Enchanting Certification.
Enchanters harness the possibility of runes, transforming them into the certainty of glyphs. I'll teach you, but I can only focus on one certification at a time. Is this agreeable?
I want to be certified as an enchanter.
Potency, essence, and aspect. All beneath the stars bear these component concepts. When combined, they form glyphs, which add enchantments to items. First, you'll find these component runes. Then I will have you create a glyph.
I need to create a glyph to be certified?
Absolutely, for such is the essence of enchanting. Runes of potency, essence, and aspect are the fundamental components of glyphs. Collect one of each variety before you return.
I already have the runes you're talking about.
We begin at the Enchanting Table. There you will combine a rune of potency, essence, and aspect. This simple puzzle forms a glyph. Now go, piece them together.
I'll go craft that rune then. So the Enchanting Table's over here. And it will usually tell you... okay, so in this case, we've not discovered the runes that we need to use to make a trifling glyph of health, so it's not going to have a quest icon next to it. But once you've discovered those, it will automatically tell you which ones to use. Yeah, I'm going to have to look this up, unfortunately. Hang on just a second. Okay, so it should be Jorah. The potency rune should be Jorah. The essence rune should be Oko. And then the aspect rune should be Ta.
Jorah, Oko, Ta.
Yeah, okay, so we just made a trifling glyph of health. Adds up to 491 maximum health. It's an armor glyph. You put it on armor. Alright, now why is it still telling me that I have something to do? I don't. I'm done. Alright.
Craft a glyph using a rune of potency, essence, and aspect. Return when you have forged intent into form.
Form accomplished. I have the glyph here.
You should attach it to an item so you can see the enchantment's effects. You are now certified to fulfill enchanting writs. May you unravel the secrets of Nirn. Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet in total.
Okay, so now we can take this enchantment and we can put it on armor. So like, for example, that helm's low level. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I guess I will. We can take this helm and right-click, click on Enchant, and then you see the glyph will come up, the glyph that we just created. So I can click on it. All right, that's now enchanted, and it gives us an additional 491 maximum health. We can do the same thing with the pauldron if we wanted to. Let's see, do we want to do this for anything else? We could do it with the pauldron and the gauntlets. So, for example, let's make 2 more of these. And now we'll be able to enchant these pauldrons and the gauntlets. So now we've got about 1,200 more health than we did before. It's kind of a waste because we'll probably replace that gear
Your command
very quickly,
of the crafts
but
is impressive,
oh well.
but not yet in totality. I am still capable of instructing you.
Those runes are cheap anyway, so it's not a big deal. Tell me about Alchemy Certification.
Alchemists are masters of the elixir. They trap magic in a bottle for later use. But I can only certify you in one discipline at a time. If this is agreeable, we can begin your training.
I want to be certified as an alchemist.
As with master chefs, every alchemist must assemble the right components before crafting a special concoction. Are you so capable? We shall see. I require you to locate a solvent and some reagents. Then you shall craft me a potion.
I need to create a potion to be certified?
Yes. Every alchemical mixture requires a solvent, a pure liquid base, and reagents such as herbs and flowers. Now go. Find a solvent and some reagents. Once you have what you need, return to me.
I believe I already have those ingredients.
Good. Now go to an alchemy station. Use a solvent and 2 differing reagents to craft a potion. The reagents must possess common traits, or you'll waste all components. You see, alchemy is as simple as pairing like with like.
I'll go craft that potion then. Right, and the alchemy table is over here. There's this crazy mage guy
In the
right
market
in front
for
of
a
it.
potion or tincture, mine are all first rate. Please don't take that as a guarantee. All sales are final.
Yeah, pretty strange character there. Alright, now we've got clear water. I think we need to make a sip of health, so we're probably going to need natural water. I think sip of health is the lowest level health potion. We don't know any of these. So I'm just going to look this up again, just like I did the last one. Alright, it's Columbine. Let me think here. Columbine is one of them. And then Mountain Flower is the other one. If I didn't have these items, Daniel Tolano would have told me what items to use. It's kind of harder if you've already done it before on another character. So now we've got Sip of Health. This is the same thing we've been using. It restores 8,369 health immediately and gives us major fortitude, and it gives us stamina also.
Blend the solvent's purity with the reagent's traits. Return to me when you've crafted a potion.
The ingredients were a good blend. I have the potion here.
Your potions have a slight fizz to them, but your skill with admixtures is unquestioned. Far better than my former apprentice. You are now authorized to obtain and fulfill alchemy writs. May your elixirs remain potent and your reagents fresh.
All right, you'll notice we get 1,100 inspiration. That is experience points that go into your crafting skill line.
You show promise in every discipline I certify. Perhaps you seek to challenge my position as thrice accredited master craftsman. If so, Millenith offers Blacksmith, Clothier, and Woodworking Certification. I last saw her at the local Fighters Guild.
Alright, so he says that, and in most expansions she's in the Fighters Guild. But in this one, she's right here in the crafting area. So here she is.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
Tell me more about Blacksmith Certification.
Prove you know your way around a forge and I'll certify you. But you have to commit. I can only train one discipline at a time.
I want to be certified as a blacksmith.
I want you to craft a simple iron dagger. First you'll mine some iron ore, then refine the ore into iron ingots. You'll use those ingots to make the dagger.
You'll certify me if I make an iron dagger?
Yes. You have to prove you know your way around a blacksmithing station. Those are the rules. For now, bring me an armload of iron ore. Once you're back, you'll refine them into iron ingots.
Tell me where to find iron ore.
There's a place outside of town which should still have some iron ore veins. Head there and mine it for yourself. Bring me 10 solid chunks of iron ore. If those veins are played out, you'll need to find iron ore on your own.
I'll return with the ore. Alright, well, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to do this. But it looks like it's going to make me go get iron ore. Normally, if you wanted to make an iron item, you would just buy it from a guild trader or something. But she sent us on a quest to go find iron ore. Alright, so I got the iron ore, brought it back.
You're back. I take it you found enough ore?
This should be enough iron ore.
Refining ore into ingots is a good way to build your muscles. Well, in one arm. Best to switch every now and then. Otherwise, you'll be lopsided.
I have iron ingots. What needs to be done now? Alright, normally you have to take the iron ore and make them into ingots, but we're able to skip that step because I've already got iron ingots.
Go to the blacksmithing station and craft an iron dagger. Nothing fancy. You shouldn't need more than 2 iron ingots. Oh, and you'll need a style material. You can purchase them from any blacksmith, or scavenge them yourself if you're thrifty.
Alright, I'm not going to ask her what a style material is. The style material determines what the item looks like. So here I can refine this iron ore. And... Alright, so we're going to make an iron dagger. We're going to use adamantite, or let's use imperial nickel, which will make it in the imperial style.
Craft an iron dagger. You'll need some iron ingots and a style material. You can buy those from any blacksmith if you can't find them yourself.
I have it right here.
The trick is the style material, but I'm sure you know that.
I figured it out. What more would you have me do?
Next is deconstruction. You learn a lot when you break something into parts, even more so when it's someone else's work. Go deconstruct your dagger, or anything else really, as long as you do it at a blacksmithing station.
Alright, so we can go here and deconstruct the dagger, and we'll get materials out of it. Go to Deconstruct tab. This is Refine, Creation, Deconstruct, Improvement, Research, and Diagrams. This is more for furniture over here. So I'm actually going to deconstruct all of these. I might need that Iron Dagger of Frost. I'll hang on to it. Don't need them all, though. I'll hang on to that Dagger of Frost. Okay, so all you do is you hit R, and it will destroy all of these items and give us materials back, which we can use to make whatever items we want.
You certainly know your way around a forge. You're a blacksmith, and let none tell you otherwise.
I'm ready to be certified as a blacksmith.
Of course. I'll get you certified right away so you can fulfill blacksmith crafting writs immediately.
Now she's going to give us a honing stone. This allows us to upgrade any normal gear that we get. We can upgrade it to fine quality, which will make it more powerful.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
I'm interested in Woodworking Certification.
A good woodworker sees the final product before cutting the first block of wood. But I can't teach two crafts at once. If you commit yourself to the training, I'll certify you.
I want to be certified as a woodworker.
I want to know if you can craft a maple bow. First, go harvest some rough maple. You'll refine it into sanded maple at a woodworking station. Last, you'll take the sanded maple and turn it into a maple bow.
You'll certify me if I craft a maple bow?
Absolutely. Bows are challenging to craft. Show me you're up to the challenge and I'll happily certify
You know what? Let's see if we can skip
But
this.
first-
What if I go to a woodworking station and just craft a maple bow right off the bat? Let's see if she'll let me advance.
I want to know if you can craft a... Absolutely.
No, she
Bows
won't
are
let me do it.
challenging to- There's a place nearby which should have what you need. Collect an armload and return here.
I'll return with the maple. Alright, so she's going to make me go get the maple even though I don't need it. This is kind of a chore to do this. If you're going to craft on any character, then every character you're going to craft on, you have to do this. Alright, I got the maples. We'll come back to Millenith.
Look for rough maple in forested areas. Sometimes you'll see logs washed up on beaches.
I have the maple right here.
You should avoid cutting a rough maple log with a wasp nest inside. It's rather unpleasant. So are the lotions you'll need for the stings.
I have the sanded maple. What do we do next?
Craft a maple bow at a woodworking station. You'll need sanded maple, also a style material. Scavenge them yourself or buy a style material from a carpenter.
Alright. Once again, it let us skip one step because we don't have to turn it into sanded maple since we've already got it, although I'm going to go ahead and do it now. We'll take this rough maple, turn it into sanded maple. I've also got some rough ruby ash I got on another character, so I'll turn that into sanded ruby ash. And now I can make the bow.
Craft a maple bow. Bring some sanded maple to a woodworking station, as well as a style material. Carpenters sell them if you can't find any yourself.
I have the bow right here.
A good bow will get you far in life. Making good bows will get you farther.
I'm ready for the next step.
Excellent. Now we can talk about deconstruction. You grow as a woodworker when you disassemble your own creations, even more so with someone else's work. Head to a woodworking station and deconstruct your bow, or any other crafted wood.
Alright, so we're going to do the same thing now we did with the other one. We're going to go to the woodworking station and Click on Deconstruct. We've got all of the loot that we've gained. So we don't want to use these staves right here. We're not magic user classes. So anytime you get an item that you're not going to use, maybe it just doesn't have the right stats, or it's for a different kind of build, you can deconstruct it and get the items back, get the materials back. So we got lots of good stuff. Turquoise, that's an upgrade material that's really useful. Pitch is the same way. And here's a maple shield that we don't need. It's just level 2. Well, we didn't get anything out of that, but alright.
I've seen everything I need to see. You're a fine woodworker with a steady hand.
I'm ready to be certified as a woodworker.
Certainly. You're more than qualified to fulfill woodworking crafting writs. I'll certify you immediately.
So we got pitch. It'll allow us to take a white item and make it green.
There's only one more certification I can provide. If you need training, I have time.
I'd like to know more about Clothier Certification.
If you convince me you know how to use a needle and thread, I'll certify you. Now run forth and bring me a pile of raw jute.
Where can I find raw jute?
I spotted some raw jute growing on the outskirts of town. You might as well harvest it yourself. Should that not be enough, you'll have to search elsewhere.
I'll return with the jute, Millenith. Alright, so one thing I want to check before we go out is, can we actually make, let's say, can we make a bow that would actually be useful? So we can make up to a level 8 bow. We don't have the skill yet to make higher than that. We're using a level 5 weapon. So let's look at Blacksmith, for example. Maybe we could use a sword. I'd like to make a sword that's better than what we have. Alright, there's a one-handed sword. And this will make it level 10, level 12. What level are we? 9, okay. So we don't want to go up to level 10. We could make a level 8 sword, which would probably be better than what we have. Right, now the question is that Dagger of Frost better? This has an enchantment that deals frost damage. Alright, let's put our own enchantment on it. So now we've got an iron sword. We'll make an enchantment for it. If we can. See, what happens if we do Jode, Dekipa, and Ta? Let's just take something random.
Jode, Dekepa, Ta.
Trifling Glyph of Frost Resist. That's not really what I want. I want to make a weapon enchant. Let's do Notade, Hakejo, and Ta.
Notade, Hakejo, Ta.
Inferior Glyph of Prismatic Onslaught. Deals 3,896 magic damage to Undead and Daedra. Alright, let's use it. That could be useful. Alright, so from now on, anytime we fight Undead or Daedra, we'll do an additional 1,948 magic damage. So that's how crafting can be useful to your character. You can make all different kinds of stuff with it. I wouldn't recommend spending a lot of time on it because you also get gear from doing quests, so it's not that important. It becomes much more important when you hit max level, but if you want to do it, if you think it's fun, you can, and you can get interesting gear that way. So let me go get this raw jute. Alright, I got the jute. Let's bring it back to Millenith.
Search grassy areas in the wilderness for raw jute. Head to the clothing station and craft a pair of homespun gloves. You shouldn't need much refined jute. Don't forget a style material. You can purchase them from any clothier or scavenge them yourself.
Alright, now the clothing station is way over here, far away from the other two armor crafting stations. I don't know why. You just have to remember that it's on the other side. And here are the gloves. We're going to make Imperial style gloves. Now we could increase this. Let's see what gloves we've got. We've got Iron Gauntlets of Health. Okay, so we don't really want to do that. Really because we use mostly heavy armor. Clothing is not a very useful skill for us. But we can sell the goods to other players that need it.
Craft a pair of homespun gloves. Head to a clothing station and deconstruct your gloves. Or anything else, really. Just be sure you do it there.
Alright. Let's go deconstruct. Let's see, do I need this rawhide jack of stamina? No. Okay. So we'll get lots of materials. Our clothing skill will level.
You're more than capable with needle and thread. I'll be proud to call you my colleague.
I'm ready to be certified as a clothier.
Already done. You'll now be able to fulfill Clothier crafting writs, and I look forward to seeing more of your work.
Alright.
Truly, I never expected to master 3 crafts.
We've now mastered 6 crafts. So you only have to do that once on each character. Once you've got all the crafting certifications, you can come over here each day and you'll get these writs. So here's the Provisioner Writ, Enchanting Writ, Alchemy Writ. Over here, you've got Clothier Writs, Blacksmith, and Woodworker. Now there's also jewelry crafting, but you won't be able to do jewelry crafting unless you own Somerset. If you got the Blackwood collections, you will own Somerset, but you'll have to go there and get trained. So you may or may not want to do that. If you do, this is where the jewelry crafting station is. Otherwise, you can just go to each of these areas, deconstruct all of your loot from the previous day, and then make your writs. So I've got to make 1 pair of homespun breeches, 1 pair of epaulettes, however you pronounce that. And where's the other one? And a robe. Then I'll go to the cooking fire. Alright, well, I don't have the recipes for chicken breast or mazte. Let's see if this person will give us the recipe.
Hungry, eh?
No.
Authentic Blackwood.
Alright, so here's lots of recipes. Do we have chicken breast? No. Alright, I'll go ahead and get this one. This one, this one. Oh, there's chicken breast. And I'm out of gold. Alright, I still need mazte. We should be able to find a brewer who can give us the mazte. Alright, well, I'm not going to be able to fulfill this crafting writ because we don't know how to make mazte. So we can make the chicken breast, which would be useful. Let's make 5 of them. These will increase our max health. But unfortunately, we don't know how to make mazte. Alright, so let's do enchanting. Trifling glyph of magicka with Ta. These should be Jorah, Mako, and Ta. I just looked them up.
Sure.
I don't know them. I haven't memorized which ones we need. Once you do this once, it will just tell you which runes you need from then on, but the first time you have to figure it out on your own. So you can do it by trial and error, or you can just look it up online like I just did. And we're done with our Alchemist Writ. That's weird. Alright, here's the Woodworker Writ. We need to make a restoration staff. 2 of them, actually. I made the wrong one there. No big deal. I'll just deconstruct it later. Blacksmithing. Make a sword, a cuirass, and greaves. Let's see if that's all of them. I know we couldn't complete the provisioning writ. Alchemist, blacksmith, clothier, enchanter, provisioner, woodworker. Okay, so once you've finished all of them, you can do this every day to get additional experience points, to level your crafting skills, and to get materials. You just finish them all, you take them right over here and deliver them. And we just hit level 10 because of doing this. Oh, I don't want to steal the apples. Alright, let me go ahead and take my level 10 rewards. Now we can queue in the Dungeon Finder, do random dungeons. Right, let's take Rebate. Capacitor increases your magicka recovery by 5%. And Fortress, with one-handed weapon and shield equipped, reduces the stamina cost of your one-handed shield abilities by 7% and reduces the cost of blocking by 18%. And that is all of our skill points. Now we've got all of these rewards, all of these materials, these crafting materials. Every time you do writs, you spend materials, but you also get materials back as a reward. So it's definitely worth doing them. And this is an Enchanter survey. So you can go to different zones. This is a rare map with a big cache of raw materials. These can kind of be tedious to do, but if you can do them, you'll get a lot more materials. What else have we got here? Woodworker's case. Uh-oh, somebody's assassinating people. Right, so there's some woodworking materials. And then once you finish that, you just want to go back. I wonder what this black quest is. Work for hire in Leyawiin? Okay, those are daily quests.
There are many people in Leyawiin who need help.
Those are daily quests. I'll show those next episode. I'll show them.
Want to prove yourself?
Alright, now once you've got all these rewards, you just want to make sure that you've deconstructed everything. If it's ornate, like this one, you don't want to deconstruct that, you want to sell it. But everything else you want to deconstruct and get materials from. That one I want to hang on to. and then sell whatever you can't deconstruct. So go to, for example, Hela,
You are familiar with the
and then we'll sell everything else. I want to hang on to the chicken breast. I need that. This I don't need. I guess I'll hang on to the sip of health. These traveler boots give 0 gold, but I'm going to sell them just to get rid of them. Trifling glyph of absorb stamina. That is a weapon glyph. Deals 798 physical damage and restores 148 stamina. That seems better than what we used. So let's go ahead and use that one. I'm going to deconstruct these. All of this stuff I'm going to deconstruct. Also, any loot you get, you want to go... I didn't talk about this, but you want to go to research. And if there's a trait that can be researched, I'll show this later, I guess. You want to click on it and research the trait. It destroys the item, but it allows you to make an item with that trait. For some reason, I'm not sure why some of these items can't be deconstructed. Okay, well, maybe I didn't try over here. No, for some reason they can't be deconstructed. So I'll just sell them to get rid of them. You can also destroy items if they're taking up inventory space.
I sometimes miss the heat of...
So like this Forgotten Adventurer's bow, Forgotten Adventurer's breeches. House Terethi Signet Band can probably be deconstructed for jewelry crafting materials. And let's look at our inventory now. We've got 13 inventory spaces. We still need to deconstruct these enchanting items right here. And then we're down to 11 items. We don't need that tomato soup. We don't need this anthology of abodes. This is just a list of houses. We can destroy that. And sell the tomato soup.
So,
And now we're down to just 9 inventory spaces being used. So that gives us 51 spaces to accumulate gear with. If you do that every day, you can keep getting materials, keep getting experience points for crafting professions, you can keep getting gold. And as you adventure, you get more and more loot, and you get more and more gold and materials from that. So that's all I'm going to show for today. Tomorrow, we can use a mount and upgrade the mount, and then we'll actually talk to the counselors and try to figure out what to do about these Dark Brotherhood killings. Thanks for watching. See you next time.